Time, huh?
It wasn't, no. It's fortunately we got away with it, but could have been a big one, you know. The car seems to be okay now, just an oil pump or something they're changing there in the front, so we're hoping it'll be okay.
There's no real mechanical damage, it's all
no,
it's superficial.
Cosmetic, yeah.
Yeah. How about the confidence?
Well, we know, I suppose it was our own mistake. We were just going a little bit too quick. You know, we knew the bump was there and we just came a little bit too quick into it. And, we were happy to be going again. It's a long rally yet.
Right, must be forgotten as it's back to the afternoon stages, which are in the Ramelton area. James Cullen gives the Minister for Sport a high-speed tour through the Saturday afternoon stages.
Fisher's on the attack again. By the end of this stage, the gap between first and second will be up to 45 seconds. For Kenny McKinstry, stage 13 is the beginning of the end of his hopes of winning the Donegal International Rally.
33 left, tightens into 4 right, maybe. Into 2 left. The 2 left and 3 left, 40. 2 left, maybe.
Kenny has been critical of his own driving today, and
60.
this mistake is uncharacteristic. The consequences of the mistake are catastrophic.
Crest into 1 right over crest, 60. Crest into 3 left. Via puncture. 1 left.
Further on, you can feel the vibrations and hear the broken rim on the road.
Right, 60. Left into 1 left. 80.
The situation is deteriorating all the time.
80.
But fortunately, that's the finish board.
Right.
But a lot of valuable time has gone.
150. Keep her at it. That's it. Sumo 1 to 2 over. Sumo 1 to 2, we have a puncture. Front left hand. Oh, maybe strut and drive shaft over. How far can we drive on it, Kenny? Can we do 2 miles? Right. I think that's the wheel breaking up there now. Sumo 2, get up to us, over. Sumo 2, what's your location? Over.
There's considerable panic now. They've got to find that service crew. Relief beyond belief. That's them on the left. And immediately, Sam McKinstry gets to work. The battle for fifth still rages, but Andrew Nesbitt has pulled nearly 1 minute clear of Price. John, a veteran of over 300 international rallies and who has recently clinched the Motoring News Championship for the 6th time, has Anne-Marie Smith aboard. He has a 13-second advantage over David Greer. And David, in turn, is only 5 seconds in front of Stephen Emerson. It's been an astonishing performance for the Belfast driver, who as always is enjoying every mile enormously. Alistair McRae's roll of success continues. He was second to brother Colin in Scotland last weekend. But Bob Bowden is now up to second in Group N, albeit some 3 minutes behind. Garth McCartney still maintains third in the showroom category. And Ken Colbert's progress has brought him into the top 10. 3 places ahead of the mighty Milner, who continues to do miracles in his 1600cc car. So Bertie Fisher was jumping for joy after day 2 with a 50-second advantage in the Subaru Summit. But it's far from over, and Kenny McKinstry still has high hopes for tomorrow.
The historic category has become an important and much enjoyed part of international rallying. Fun it's intended to be, and fun it most definitely is. The 1991 Historics champions Mervyn Johnson and Nigel Fraser were early retirements. Jackie Cochran and Kevin Flanagan had their obvious problems, leaving the overall battle to Drexel Gillespie and Maurice Beckett's airy Mark II Cortina, and Drew Wiley and Michael Orr's 1000cc Hillman Imp. Despite Wiley's heroic efforts, the superior power of the Lotus wins out. But the principle in historic rallying is not so much to win, but to compete.
The final day, and the pressure is now on the Tough Mac team. With less than a minute's advantage, they must fly, as one puncture could change everything. McKinstry's plan is simple, flat out. But Austin McHale has to nurse his ailing Toyota. He must get home at sufficient speed to maintain third place. Alistair McRae must have decided that Group N victory is not enough. He's going for a higher overall place.
This is McClatchy country, or as we're about to find out, McClafferty country. Last year, Hugh's property suffered considerable damage, so I asked him if the repairs had been completed.
A couple of slight improvements, yeah, and hopefully we won't need any this year, because with them going the opposite way, I think things should be safe enough, but sure, with rallying, you never know.
I think everybody who saw the programme last year will remember the famous shot of the car going straight in through your garage doors, and I see those have been fixed since last year.
Fixed, yeah, we've got a new door on, we've got the wall rebuilt, and I think a lot of people are remembering for the fact that my name was got wrong.
It is Hugh McClafferty.
It's Hugh McClafferty, yeah.
And Hugh, you'll be hoping this year that they're running the stage in the opposite direction, so do you reckon that's going to save the front wall this year?
Hopefully it will.
The rally leader approaches the McClafferty clan's property at high speed, but all is well. McKinstry never gives up as he tries to chase down the Tough Mac car with 8 stages still to go. Sadly, this is the last time we see John Price. Again, he'll suffer a last-minute engine failure in Donegal.
Aboard the Caliber Subaru, more problems. He's hit that rock.
20.
And you've
Three
guessed
right,
it,
40.
it's another puncture.
Crest and 4 left. You've 4 miles to do. 1 right over, jump into 3 left.
Halfway there. And that screech behind was McHale.
2 left. 40, 4 right maybe.
Finally, the end of the stage.
Sumo 1 to any, Sumo Mobile, over. We'll have a puncture. We want immediate assistance. We're coming down now, over. At the end of the stage, over. Can it drive another 2 miles? Okay, we've got to change it then.
Where have I seen this movie before? But it's more serious this time. Robbie's made a big mistake by calling in that service car.
As quickly as we can, Kenny, as quickly as we can.
When they get going again, we see the car coming up into a forbidden area. It'll cause them penalties.
Back in Letterkenny, the band plays for Bertie Fisher and the local man, Rory Kennedy. It's all over bar the shouting as Bertie and Rory get a tumultuous reception as the winners of the 21st Shell and Leaded Donegal International Rally.
I've never really had proper competition with this car since I've sort of got used to driving it, because only having done 6 stages on the circuit, it didn't really give me the full feel for the car. So we really used Friday as a place. We didn't want to get too far behind Kenny, but once I got confidence with the car, then we really had an attack yesterday morning, and it worked out very well.
Rory, how was it from the co-driver's seat?
Well,
good weekend?
Very good, first class, I must say, Gary. We, as Bertie explained there, we tried really hard on Saturday, and in particular to get through Fallon. It was a bit of a bogey area for us in the past, but this time we really showed our true form, you know, and I must say it took me all my night to read the notes as quickly as he was driving the car, so, you know, all due to Bertie, like he did a first class job, and like we're more than elated here at the moment.
But the big news at the end of the rally is that Kenny McKinstry's 10-minute penalty has been imposed, and he's relegated from 2nd to 6th.
That leaves Frank Marr at the top of the Dunlop table with Bertie Fisher up to 2nd. Kenny's harsh penalty has dropped him to 3rd.
The next RPM in 2 weeks' time features Ireland's richest rally, the Burma, which takes place this Saturday in Lurgan Park. So tune up on Thursday week, the 9th of July, for some more rally action.